I'm SJ, welcome to my channel. If you have watched any of my vlogs, you will know I absolutely love baby names. I did loads of baby name vlogs in my pregnancy, and I now have my third baby who is a little girl, and her name is Evelina Blossom. These are 10 baby names I love but will not be using because she is pretty much probably definitely my last baby because she's my third. So I also have two little boys who are called Freddie, and my second little boy is called Finn Barnaby Boo. I've done another vlog about their names which I will link below, but yeah, these are the top names that I absolutely love. None of them are on the top name lists anywhere, including what Evelina would have been called had she have been a baby boy. So we had two favourite names for Evelina should she have been a boy, but I think the one that we absolutely loved was the name Hugo. Hugo is kind of one of those names that's a real throwback, and it's just starting to get a bit more popular again. So it's a little bit of a hipster name on the rise, but in the UK it's kind of a really posh, toff type of name. But I think try and lose those connotations of it, and then you suddenly realise it's a really mega cute name. And in Sweden, where my husband's from, it doesn't have those. It's quite an everyday name. So we really love the idea of a little boy called Hugo, and his nickname would have been Huggy when he was little. Really sad I never get to use that name, so yes, do steal it if you like it. The second boy name that we really liked had Evelina been a boy was the name Albie. I think it's just really cute. Obviously Alfie and Archie are really popular names. It's a little bit different. I'm kind of short for Albert, but we wouldn't have gone with Albert, we would have just gone with Albie. I think it's a really nice name. It's getting a little bit more popular, you hear it a little bit, but we just really think it's cute and has a little bit more of an unusual sound to it than the other more popular names. A name I absolutely loved that my husband didn't is the name Oakley for a boy. So Oakley means from the oak tree, and so I talked about this in a vlog I did called Nature Inspired Baby Names. I just love it. I think it just sounds really cool. I think Oaks as a short name for a boy is really nice, and it's a bit unusual. But for my husband, he just had the brand Sunglasses Association and couldn't get past it. So it was never really quite a contender, but had it just been up to me, it would have literally been my #1 name. I absolutely love it. Another name that I love but wasn't on our top list because it sounds a little bit too like Freddie is the name Buddy. I really love the name Buddy. If I didn't have a Freddie, I would have gone for it for sure. I think Bud is so cute as a short name, and it's kind of got that kind of floral nature kind of sounding that I really like, and a bit of a 50s vintage feel as well. So I absolutely love the name Buddy, and it would have been so cute, especially if it was a third little boy, to be like their little buddy. But yes, never going to be using that name, but absolutely love it. Another name that we had on our list from when we had Finn is the name Casper. Really like this name. We would have spelled it the Swedish way with a K. It's just one of those names again that's a little bit divisive because of blinking Casper the friendly ghost, but taking that association away, it's such a nice name, and especially because we would do a Christmas baby, and Casper, or Jasper, is basically one of like the three wise men. Really like it. I think it's going to be more and more popular as that kind of like ghost association goes away, but Casper would have been really up there. So I think we probably would have gone with Hugo Casper had Evelina been a little boy. So those were our top boy names, and then when it came to girl names, I really had Evelina as a top name from the beginning, but there was a couple of other names that were really strong contenders. So we absolutely loved the name Marlo. So it's quite different from Evelina, but I love L sounding names. Marla also means something like on a hill by the water, and that really associates for us because my husband's family live on a hill by a lake in Sweden, so that was lovely. So for us it would have been a little bit of a nice personal name as well, but Evelina just pipped the post because it was a name that we both really fell in love with. A similar name that we really liked was Margo. So for a long time Evelina was going to be maybe Evelina Margo or Evelina Marlo, but at the last minute I changed it to Evelina Blossom. Blossom was one of those names that I really loved and knew that he would veto immediately, but when she came along I was like, oh, Evelina Blossom, and he never argues with me. He never argues with a woman about 3 hours after she's done a back-to-back labour, so yeah, got that one in there. But Margo I absolutely love as well. I think it's one of those retro names that's making a real comeback, and it's just a really, really beautiful sounding name, and it was up there on our top list. Another name I really, really love and will be recommending to all my friends if they get pregnant and maybe having a girl is the name Juniper. Juniper's just starting on the fringes of kind of the baby naming hipster community that I follow way too avidly, and it's kind of one of those names that's kind of been a hippie name but is becoming a little bit more mainstream. And Juniper is a type of tree and just a really lovely nature sounding name, but really cute. And you could go June for short, which is really nice, kind of summer. Would have been perfect for us because we got married in June and it would have been a nice little midsummer memory. But I love the name Juniper. I just think it's super, super beautiful and a really modern take on names like Jennifer or Genevieve. So if you've got any of those names in your family, it'd be a nice way of commemorating somebody else, but modernising it quite a lot. Had Freddie have been a baby girl, we were going to call her Tilda. So Tilda is kind of a very common use of Matilda in Sweden, in Scandinavia. Really, really liked it. It's a little bit more unusual than Matilda, but actually Tilda's got really, really popular since then because he's nearly 7, and she would have been Tilly, which again is just boomed and is absolutely huge. But I still really, really love the name Tilda. It's kind of so cute, like very vintage looking, but for a little girl, it just sounds really, really a sweet name. So that's another top name of ours. And another Scandinavian sounding name that I really love is Lata. So I think Lata is really nice. I love any L sounding names. I wouldn't have gone for this because I now have a little niece called Lottie, whose birth I was there for. So yeah, I obviously couldn't go with that, but I do love Lotta or Lottie as names. So that T and L sound, I guess Tilda and Lottie are quite similar in a way. But those were my top 5 boy names and top 5 girl names that I absolutely love, but will sadly not be using. I'm kind of a little bit sad. I thought having a girl, I wouldn't do that thing of, oh, imagine if she'd have been a boy. But I do it a lot, and I kind of think about this little Huggy Bear or little Hugo who could have been running around here. But of course we absolutely love our little Evelina Blossom. So if you love baby names as much as me, go and check out my other vlogs. I've done one on unusual nature inspired baby names and one on kind of hipster and up and coming baby names for boys and girls, and I want to do loads more. So if you enjoy them, give them a thumbs up, and do subscribe if you're interested in baby names or in newborns, because I'm going to be vlogging loads of day in the life stuff as well with my newborn and my 2 big boys. Thanks so much for watching and have a brilliant week. Take care. Bye bye.